My name's Chris Hadfield. I'm a Canadian. I am an engineer and a pilot and a test pilot, a father of three, guitar player, and I've been an astronaut for the last 21 years and have flown in space 3 times and most recently commanded the International Space Station. Sure. I think at the core of it, what is needed is competence. You have to be competent at the beginning, right? And so the core education is absolutely critical, but it's not everything. I mean, just being technically competent is expected, but it's the other things that will really make the difference. It's the ability to communicate with the people around you. It's the ability to prepare for things that are going to go wrong. A lot of people just expect things to go well and kind of visualize success. There's no point in it, really, because things always go wrong. That's a guarantee. And how you succeed in life, largely is effect of how you've prepared for things to go wrong, how you visualized failure and thought about that, not just how you visualized success. So it's those skills of communicating with other people and visualizing how life's liable to go, and then how you're going to get yourself ready for it beyond the core of the education itself that really is the determinant of success in life. When you're an astronaut inside a spaceship, one of the common things we say to each other is, and it sounds a little funny, but we say, what's the next thing that's going to kill me? What is the next thing that's going to kill me or kill us? And it's obviously, it's probably not going to kill you, but it's a way to focus everybody's mind on what really matters. How do you prioritize? Inside a spaceship, there are a million things competing for your attention. And if you don't understand how to pay attention to the ones that really matter, then you're probably going to miss something critical, and you will make the wrong decision at the wrong time or the right time. So what you need to be able to do is prioritize. To be able to say, okay, yes, I'm worried about that, and yes, I'm worried about that. I'm worried about my sister's wedding, and I'm worried about that I need to get the oil change in the car, and I'm worried about this thing 2 weeks from now. But what really matters, actually, is what's happening this afternoon or this morning. And there is nothing more important than what I'm doing right now. It's worth thinking about that. Just by definition, there is nothing more important than what you're doing right now. And that's worth concentrating on. And then the next thing. And constantly in your back of your mind, if you just remind yourself, what's the next thing that's going to kill me? Then that helps you keep track of how to focus on what's really important in your life, and then maybe be able to pick out of all the noise the actual little melody of things that are your responsibility. The book that I wrote, I called it An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth, because that's what really matters. Not an astronaut's guide to life in space, because who really cares what we do in space? It's technically important, but it's actually the life on Earth that gets you ready to fly in space. It's the years of unseen preparation. It's the skills that you develop, but even the soft skills that you develop, the way that you cope with problems, the way that you learn things, how you've decided and invented to work with a team, how you come into a new situation. Sometimes if you exaggerate a problem, like looking at it under a microscope, you can see it more clearly. Astronauts' lives are exaggerated. We live in an extreme environment. And so it helps maybe sometimes see more clearly what is important. What coping mechanisms can you use to be better successful in life? Things like, when you come into a new situation, what should be your attitude? Should you come in and try and fix things right away? Should you come in and never do anything? Should you come in sort of a neutral position? And after a while, I always wanted to come in. I'm a confident guy. I wanted to come in and start making my import known. Hey, I'm here, and you're doing that wrong, and I can fix this, and obviously. But I learned a little later in life that you're almost always better, unless the building's on fire and you need to react right away, you're better to come in and aim sort of to be a 0 at first. Aim to be a 0 for a while. And then maybe after a while, you'll see a way to be a +1 and a positive effect on what's happening. But if you come blundering in, immediately thinking that you're God's gift to the situation and you're a big +1 influence, everybody around you is going to know that you're a -1, that you're in fact causing more harm than good. And so if you can think about that, okay, I'm coming into whatever, I'm coming into a shop, back into my family, into a new job, into a job interview. Let's look at what the real circumstances are here, and let's aim for a fairly neutral thing at first until I truly see the subtleties of what's happening around me, and then look for incremental, deliberate ways to end up being a positive influence. And it's one of the things I learned to be successful as an astronaut, but that's really pervasive in how I treat everything in life.